Welcome to another video in this series where I try to reduce my TBR pile to zero. In His Room by Emma Donoghue, which is about a mother and a son who are held captive in this room. I'm already halfway through. The plot of this is very straightforward. And as you read the synopsis, you will actually find out that the mom, she was alone when she was abducted, and then abuse happens and she gives birth to her son inside the room. She loves her son so much. And unfortunately, the son only knows room as the only real world. For example, he has not even tasted ice cream. He believes that ice cream is TV. So when he says that something is TV, like lollipop is TV, that means he believes it's only existing on TV. And it's so sad, like when you read all the tragic things that they have to go through in this room, especially the mom. And what made this book have the perfect execution is because Emma Donoghue made the very intelligent choice of making the son be our first person narrator. So yes, this is written in first person and we're reading from the perspective of the child, and it's very convincingly written, definitely as if a child is speaking. And that's what makes it more terrifying. Throughout the reading of this, you see what their circumstances are, what they eat, how they live. Unbeknownst to the child, his mom is actually trying to escape. Anyone would try to escape, right? But if this was told in the perspective of the mom, then you would see her insights on what she's doing and her experiences of how she tried to escape before and all that. And so you can relate to her, but at the same time, the impact is different when it's the child speaking, because he is looking or seeing this experience from a very innocent perspective. He doesn't know that his mom is doing these things because she's trying to escape. And that's what makes it more terrifying for the reader, because this kid does not know what's really going on. The pacing is wonderful. It's not too fast that it's giving me too much information that I don't have time to care for the characters, but also it's not going too slow for me not to be gripped by what's going to happen next. Like, I'm so excited to keep on reading. This book, I can already tell it's going to be 5 stars. I came into this with like mid expectations, but the writing really got me there. And then the plot execution made it to 5 stars. Okay, just when I thought that this could not get any better, I'm speechless. Okay, something happened again, which I wasn't expecting, and it was a pleasant surprise. And I think it actually made the book much better than I was anticipating. All I gotta say is, publishers, take note how to write this synopsis at the back. Also, I would just like to add that from a perspective of a mom, I can definitely relate to the mother here trying to explain things to this child and making him realize what reality is, and he's not understanding it because he is looking for a routine or something definite in his life. You know, children are looking for that. They always want answers to everything, and when the answer is gray, they can't seem to understand that. They prefer a black and white answer, and that is so difficult to explain to your child that something can be in between. For example, the concept of doing something bad but it's actually good, and when you're doing something good but actually it's bad. So it's very, very interesting. I really like this exploration of that. I think there is no way around it. That is how children understand the world, and that's how easy it is for them to perceive the world without overloading themselves with information. Like, as they grow up, you have to explain to them the nuances. Okay, I finished Room last night, and did I stay up until 2 a.m.? You know it. This is such a great book because it was one thing and then it became an entirely different thing, an aspect that I did not think of when I read the synopsis and then I got to the first half of the book. It's really something special. This book is phenomenal. It's highly riveting, quietly charming, very touching and emotional, and I think I appreciate this more because I'm a parent now of two kids who are growing up like almost at the same age of this child, and it's very interesting to see how a child verbalizes his thoughts. Like I said, it's the POV of the kid. So, and I like how it's so apparent here how the child is so confused whenever he thinks that an adult is saying something, but actually it means something else. And what I really like is that we have a character named Jack. We just know the mother as Ma, so we never know her real name. And I think that is very interesting because, you know, children usually they don't know what the names of their parents are when they're very young. They only know them as mommy and daddy. And in that sense, this whole thing is like a metaphor for other children or parents out there who are in this kind of situation. Of course, not literally, but in a way, like trapped in an abusive home or a very bad environment, and then suddenly, you know, trying to transition to a place of experiencing life and realizing how beautiful it actually is. And even if it's a bit uncomfortable to face what reality actually is. So I adore this book. Is it obvious that it's 5 stars? And I'm not surprised because there is Dee from the Book Law and she highly recommends this author. She loves this book and I trust her judgment and I'm glad that I like this. I'm gonna pick up Emma Donoghue's books. I really like her writing style and the way that she really brings out the life of her characters. Like, I'm so happy that this is my introduction to Emma Donoghue and I will be definitely picking up her other books.